Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. You've got to get
Are you all right?
down. You've got to fight. It's Friday. Every time. Exactly, Slinky. Exactly. Every time that "Are you all right?" goes on, I always feel like I'm going mad. But I don't know why, because I already am mad. It's easy. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We're a man. Don't even. I sing it. I sing it, Slinky. But welcome in, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome in, Mark. Welcome in, Slink. Welcome in, Irish. Hope you're good. Hope you've had a good week. Am I drunk? No more than usual. Whoa! We're halfway there. At least I can hit every note. Do you know what I mean? That's the main thing. Whoa! Hey. All right. Yeah. Welcome to another exciting episode of Quantum Player One versus the Computer, part 794325555222. F in the chat for Stephen Gerald. F's in the chat for Stephen Gerald. I love that meme, Irish. Evil Stephen Gerrard's like, no, of course not. Proper tickled me. That was brilliant. No, of course not. Yeah, no, of course not. Just can't in the dark alternate reality. So this must not be the darkest timeline then, because unless we were all getting set up for not for evil Stephen Gerrard to appear. So Stephen, will you be taking a look at the England job? No, of course not. It's funny that like if you get sacked in club management these days, you're likely to get promoted to England manager. Like that's the requirement. Get the sack in the Premier League first. Like I'm looking at your CV, it seems like you've kept a stable job in the Premier League. Ever been sacked? No, not really, not yet. Anyway, I'm sorry, we're only considering people who've been sacked at the moment. Oh, fair enough. Let me know then. But yeah, welcome in, guys. It is Friday. Welcome in Square Window as well, by the way. Happy Friday, 9. It's arcade mode. We've got a very exciting lineup of aids for you today. First half of the stream, we're going to be playing Streets of Rage on the Master System. Way. Now, I'm actually interested to see this because I love Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive growing up, but this is the Master System version. Apparently, it only came out in the PAL region or PAL supported territories, should we say, in 1993. So, Streets of Rage 2 was already out on the Mega Drive when this came out on the Master System, and it only came out, I think, in Europe, maybe Brazil, maybe like Taiwan or Korea or some of them. I don't know what they have, to be honest. Do they have PAL? I'm not sure. Um, but only a PAL version exists. It didn't even come out in its hometown of Japan. Japan. So that's quite interesting. The Master System was obviously sold much better in Europe than it did stateside. So Sega probably thought, nah, fuck them. But it's interesting that they did carry on to support the Master System well into the 16-bit era. And there is a lot of mainstream franchises that have Master System entries that people don't really know about or don't really know about. Um, and normally the Master System ports as well were not really ports. They were like different games that just happened to carry the branding and have the characters and that they're normally different. So I'm excited to start our journey with the Sega Master System. My mate had one. I never had one. Um, he had one of them ones with Alex Kidd built in. So I was blown away by that because I had a NES and if there was no game in the NES, it'd just be like. I mean, it didn't make that noise, but that's what the screen basically did. But my mate would turn it on without a game, and Alex Kidd would come on. And I thought that was dead cool, and I wished that Nintendo had done something similar, but they didn't. But that's my only real experience with the Master System. Open noms today? Yes, I think so. So all y'all are old fucks, right? I keep having those feels when I find out someone is the same age as me who has a job or position that I always thought of as being held by someone at least a decade older. Yeah, we're all old fucks, Slink. I think most of us anyway. Yeah, it was never really on the radar in the US, was it? But what surprises me is how many mainstream, well-known franchises have Master System entries that people just don't know about. Because if it didn't happen in America, then it didn't happen. But yeah, so that's the first half, Streets of Rage Master System Edition. It will be the first Master System game on this channel. And then after that, we've got Cooking Mama Part 2. Yay! Now, interestingly enough, I did manage to sort of provide a solution for mouse aids. I've managed to get a tablet with a stylus, borrowed a tablet that can display the PC screen. So the only problem is it won't go, it's not direct wired connection, it's Wi-Fi. So it's a bit laggy. But I've had a go of it. On some things, I think it's going to be better than the mouse. But on some things, I think the mouse will be better. So we might probably be switching between, lol. Welcome in, Retro Interoster. Happy Friday, mate. How have you been? Hope you're well. Good to see you. You just in time for arcade mode. I want to change my open arm to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but the American edition came out first, and you never beat it with questions like when was Alabama liberated by the Brits? Would the computer allow the British version instead? That's a good question, Irish. Uh, that's a good question. I'll have to put that to the computer people and get back to you. But also, why do you want to nominate Pure Shit? To be fun, to be honest, even though that game is pure shit, it would probably be a fun stream. So, Retro Inter Milan. So yeah, you can change your nomination to that if you like. Just remind me, or should I just do it now? I'll just do it now so I remember. Mother of God. Ignore that. Nobody died. Where's Iris? So he doesn't want Sega Rally. He wants Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It was super fun when I streamed it. Yeah, the bit that I saw, it was really good actually. I did enjoy. But those are sequel noms. Wait there. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, we're not nomming. We're nomming at 8. They look like sequel noms to you, Mark. Hang on a minute. Wait there a sec. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is my sequel nom, not my open. Wait there, wait there, wait there. So I might have made a mistake here then. You are correct, Mark. I apologise. Good job you're here. What the fuck's Bad Ben, though? Why do people hate me? What did I ever do? Noms are wrong. Everything's wrong. Destroy yourself. Where's my ticket graphics? You have not got an open ticket at the moment, Slinky, but you can redeem one anytime you like. A ticket only lasts a month, doesn't last forever, and your ticket for September has expired. I can, nothing lasts forever. You do? Oh, do you? When did you redeem that? I haven't got it then. Put in a ticket for October. Oh, did you? Fuck's sake. How am I supposed to remember all this? Okay, when was this? Did you put it in September? That might be why this has happened. I can't keep track of this. Slinky, because you're such a long time loyal viewer, I will give you the benefit of the doubt and I'll just transfer it over. But in future, please make sure that I've put it on the spreadsheet. I've got a spreadsheet, but you know, when you're streaming, it's not always easy to note stuff down when you're in the middle of stuff. You've not been on noms for the month, mate. No, unfortunately not. What an interesting array of shit games. Okay, so Slinky, what I've got for you, if you want the same as last time, I've got Sunset over Majiggity. And I've got Street Fighter 2010, and I've got Earthworm Jim. So if you did put it in, I'm sorry, mate. Normally, what I'll do when people put a ticket in, I'll take a second and I'll come back to them and go, right, that's done. That's verified. Thank you for the ticket. If I haven't said that, then you'll have to prompt me again. Because it is very difficult to juggle all of these million things when you're doing a stream, you know, guys. Have I spelt that right? Sunset over Majiggity. Yeah, I do need reminding. No, you're good at it normally. You're good at like catching things. I do miss things. I'm sorry. I'm only a human. I didn't do it on purpose, Slink. It wasn't personal. I have got a spreadsheet, but for whatever reason, for October, you weren't on it. So when you've nommed the ticket, it must have been in the middle of pure chaos going on in the game. Pure chaos. And I've just not added it to the spreadsheet, unfortunately. How am I supposed to prompt you about noms when the whole point of the ticket is to represent me when I'm not here? So what you do, mate, is you do the ticket, and then minutes later I'll go, right, I've got that ticket down, ticket accepted, Slink, thank you. And if you don't hear that, then I haven't had the chance to put it on the spreadsheet, and then I forgot about it. So it's an imperfect system. I'm an imperfect guy. But what people don't realise is that if they were in my position, they'd be making loads of mistakes as well. It's easy when you're on the other side. Just get a producer like Dr. Dre, yeah? Watch it. Everywhere that I go, I see noms get fucked up. No, it wasn't personal thing. I'm sorry, but it's done now. What I'll say to you, yeah, I'll give you next month for free. Pretty sure I did that. Gonna dig up the VOD. Well, you can dig up the VOD if you want. That's a bit petty if you ask me, because I've not done it on purpose. Maybe I'll just scrap nomination tickets altogether. Hey, maybe I'll just scrap nominations altogether if I'm gonna get shit. Don't know any other channel that puts the work in that I do to make sure people's choices get honoured. Of course, I'm not perfect. I want to speak to your manager. I can definitely escalate it, mate. I don't know if anyone's ever. I can put you through to the manager line. I don't know if anyone's ever got through. Normally, they just stay on hold forever. Is there a second Corrie game? Apparently there is, unfortunately. I think it was Irish who did some research on it. Welcome in, Fuchsia. Happy Friday, mate. Excuse me. Welcome in, Decky. Happy Friday, mate. Decky, I've just been enjoying your Toe Jam and Ale VOD. Very good. Thanks for the laughs. I saw the bit where how your run ended with the post box. Oh my god, that's brutal. Normally they're not even that bad. Okay, you're joking. That's fine then. Joke on. Joke on. I apologise. It's hard to tell with text whether someone's really kicking off or whether they're joking. It was just a genuine slip-up, Slink. What I'll do, mate, I'll let you have next month's for free. I know that you've got millions of points anyway, and you don't need the bargain. But you could have next month's nomination ticket for free as a gesture of goodwill, okay? You stood on your subway. Fucking bad. How have you managed that? The game does cheat confirmed. I was so tilted for Toe Jam and Ale, but I'm happy of how it ended. happy to get the completion. I was so tired as well. I apologize for the. I'm apologizing left and right again. Get a hold of yourself, Q. Now it's a Panini. Anyway, so we've got Streets of Rage Master System, then not open nominations, and then Cook and Mama. That's tonight's itinerary. I ordered 2 this morning. Second one was in box, in bag on floor, rigged. Q gets PTSD whenever he hears the Mr. Whippy now. I actually do. I forgot my laughing face. Oh, yeah, you know I need that, Slinky. You know what I'm like. I'm sorry. It is difficult sometimes when people are writing to know whether they're joking or not. Like, I'll bet you half the time that I get wound up or I snap back at yous. In fact, probably all the time when I bite people's heads off. Yous are only messing, but because it's text and because I'm playing a game and under pressure, I don't see it as a joke. And I think you're having a pop at me. And then I'm like, well, I'll have a pop at you then because I've got no self-control. Doesn't that mean the entire quantum timeline has been corrupted? I mean, how much more corrupt can it be? Like, it's already literally the most corrupt thing ever. The numbers are being rigged. Everyone should be furious about this. I'm sure everyone's furious, Slinky. Take me word for it. Everyone's absolutely fuming about this. I can tell. Loads of Japlianos, love all that. All right. See, Irish is just literally threw his cup of tea at the wall. Fuchsia's the type to just silently boil. Like you won't know that he's livid, but he's silently like steaming. Japlianos, yeah, love them. Okay, let's crack on, shall we? Should we do a bet for the first half of the stream? We're just messing around. There's no incentive, but we can do a bet if you want, if you like bets. Beep 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 beep. I think you might be on a bit of a delay there as well, Slank. It might be worth a refresh. It feels like you're reacting to things I said a while ago. Just so that we're on the same page, mate. Just so that you're up to speed. Unless I'm just misinterpreting. I was just, see? Oh, great minds. Great minds think alike. And so do ours. Let's go, gamers. It's game time. I'm in delay because I'm watching on PS5 and using phone to chat. That's admirable of you, Square, to be fair. I know that you're having a difficult time with your computer at the moment, and your presence is very much appreciated. Everyone's presence is very much appreciated. Fucking PC AIDS. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny. I feel our ass on you, but it is funny in the sense that you've always like moaned about PCs and always said they were shit, and then you bought one, and it's been nothing but shit for you. Like I bought one. Well, I built my own in 2015. The only time I've ever done that, but I'm very proud of it. That's why I always mention it. And it's still the one I stream from, and it's been flawless and beautiful. Apart from the times that it wasn't, it was. But you've not had the same experience at all, so I can understand you being livid. You've been absolutely rigged. Laptop died before the desktop too. It's cursed. It's because you've always skittered PCs, I think. This is the first time I've ever heard you mention that you built your own PC in 2015. All right, well, Fuchsia, I've built my own PC. I built my own PC in 2015. It's the first time I've ever done it. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. And then I went to turn it on, nothing happened, and I shit myself, and my heart sank. So I opened it back up again, put a couple of pieces out and back in again, turned it on, and it worked, and it's been beautiful ever since. And it's still the same PC that I'm using today. Back to the actual stream stuff. Are you actually going to put a heart on the line for Cookamama? Shouldn't you have another test run with the new hardware? No, I'm going to put a heart on the line, mate. I don't have a choice with these things. If it goes in the dungeon, it goes in the dungeon. It wouldn't be the first game that had no chance of completion to go through the process. But I'm hoping that the new hardware helps at least. Even if we had, native DS controls, I think there would still be a very high chance I wouldn't complete it. But We have fun, don't we? Anyway, it's not going to send us into the dungeon at least because your boy God Gamer over here managed to complete the turtles in 12 credits and then managed to complete the second quest of Zelda. So we've got 2 hearts in the bank. That means we've got at least 3 failures before we are in the dungeon. So we're okay for a bit. It's not going to make or break anything at least. But yeah, let's play video game. Thanks for being here, guys. So I know that this version of Streets of Rage is going to be not as good as the Mega Drive version, but I'm just interested, as a nerd who's interested in video games, I'm interested to see how the assets are drawn differently, how the sound fares, how the animation fares, whether there's any extra content or any different content. Because a lot of the time, when they're working on a more limited system, they have to think outside the box a bit, and you'll see different things that you wouldn't see in the main version. So I'm interested to see if there's any of that, or what they've done. Uh-oh.
Just clearing phone notification.
Thanks so much for clearing the phone notification square window. Really appreciate it, mate. You've been clearing the phone notifications for months and months now, and I can't tell you how much it means to me and this channel. Keep clearing them phone notifications, please, mate. Thanks so much. Anyone up for Streets of Rage 4 instead? You guys fill your boots. Makes me appear success. Yeah, it's important to curate that illusion of success. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Sega. No, on the Master System, it's something like that. Whoa, graphics. This city was once a happy, peaceful place until one day a powerful secret criminal organization took over. This vicious syndicate soon had control of the government and even the police force. Sounds like real life. The city has become a center of violence and crime where no one is safe. Amid this turmoil, a group of determined young police officers has sworn to clean up the city. Among them are Axel Stone, Adam Hunter, and Blaze Fielding. Oh baby. They're willing to risk anything, even their lives, on the Streets of Rage. It's thanks to our phone notification that you can have a vacation next week. Yeah, that's it. Who signed that off? Signed what off? Yakuza Kiwami doesn't have any retro Sega games. What? Just the original? Well, I can tell that the music's just as good. Look at these graphics. To be fair, I always appreciated that the Master System had better colours than the NES, if you ask me. My 2 first systems were the Commodore 64 and then the NES. And don't worry about that. And both systems, Commodore 64 and NES, had very dour colour palettes. And I was always jealous of the Master System for being very bright. Still on the Siggies, mate, unfortunately, yeah. Life's too stressful at the minute. Sad story. Where's game gone? There it is. Apparently the 6th one has Virtua Fighter 5. Whoa. It's sort of like a Shenmue-like Yakuza, isn't it? Be back later, lol. Are you okay, mate? Has the subway stood on you this time? Right, I've drank me tea. Yeah, want to join a Fall Guys stream? You beat it out of me. Go ahead, mate. Have fun. You've given me your phone notification, my man. So that's what matters. Very much so. Way more combat, though. Well, I think that the combat, to be fair, in Shenmue, they built up a good system, but never really used it. Like, there was quite a few battles in the late game, but a lot of it was just walking around. So Yakuza sounds like it's making good use of, because Ryo had about 50 moves, but you never needed any of them. You could just like spam punch for the most part. Sergeant, get in here. Happy Friday, mate. How have you been? I hope you're good. Still only on this bit. Still chatting shit at the beginning. Is Blaze Fielding the best fighter in this game? Welcome in, Meathands. Happy Friday. Hope you're good. Good question, but I don't know. I've never played this game. I think that she's the best on the original Mega Drive version because she's a bit faster. She can jump a bit higher. And I prefer speed over power in most games, but I can't answer whether she's actually the best. You'd have to ask someone like G-Saurus, who'll probably tell you no, she's the worst. Getting over the flu? Well, I hope you're feeling better, mate. I haven't had the flu for years, touch wood. But it is rough, innit? Look at all these stats graphics. So this says ex-cop, but it said in the intro that they were cops. That's because you can never really leave the force. Alright, I'm going to start. Let's go, gamers. This is it. This is real life. It's happening.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's happening. It's real life. So I'm going to be playing... Okay, well, you know what? We're going to play on hard because beat-em-ups are my bag, baby. I like a good hard beat-em-up. I like it hard. Do you know what? One thing I did notice, though, from the little test play I had, is that this version of Streets of Rage has Blaze underwear graphics. Now, I think it's very childish and immature if you're excited about that. That's pathetic. But I just thought I'd mention it because the Mega Drive version doesn't have that. Can we have a little... Yeah, I'll pause it in a minute. And also, you know the very famous sprite that I always talk about? Where she does the back kick? Yeah, this one. Look, her fist is not covering her underwear on this version. Someone's actively made a decision there. Because this is 93, 2 years later. So someone in Sega's team has said, let's move her hand so you can see her knickers. Someone said that. I'm just letting you know that this is video game history. That's all. I'm objective about this, but I'm just letting you know what got said in the Sega design team. Because if they'd ported the other sprite over, it would have had a hand covering it. So someone's actively made a decision. Let's move a hand so you can see. Oh yeah. From a little test play as well, there's another couple of observations to make. Number one, the enemies break out of a grab well easier. So when you've got an enemy in a grab, it's no guarantee that you're going to get 3 knees on them. You can get 1 knee and they'll break out easily. Happens all the time. The other thing is they grab you from behind a lot more. But on this game, you can do the kick move and then the throw when they grab you from behind. That was taken out of Streets of Rage 2. I haven't learned yet how to land off a throw though. Yeah, they're not bad, are they? I was impressed, to be fair. It looks almost on par, animation-wise. The music's obviously a lot worse. And the everything's a lot worse, but it's smooth. It's not jagged. Yeah, this move. So you do that kick and then you can throw them. That was taken out of Streets of Rage 2. And it still, to this day, makes me sad. Oh, yeah, a couple of other things. It stores where you're up to in the combo. So if your next punch is going to be the finisher, you can finish on thin air. The Sega version won't do that. It'll restart your combo. I mean the Mega Drive version. The back body slam seems to be much more powerful. I like it hard. Oh, thanks, Meathands. Yeah, look, the suplex seems to do much more damage and it bumps into the other enemies easier. This is very good graphics, though, for an 8-bit system. This is 8-bit, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. And it plays pretty similar to the Mega Drive one. The enemy interactions are a bit different. The hitboxes are a bit different. The getting hit graphics is a bit different. I still don't know if you can land off the throw. I haven't been able to manage it. Pot! Oh my god. No wonder this only came out in Europe. I haven't landed a throw once yet. What was that noise? It's what's for breakfast. It's ironic because when I was growing up, it felt like in the US, if you had pot, you were going down for life, and in the UK, if you had pot, it was like a minor offense. But now in the US, if you have pot, it's like, hey, don't worry about it, bro. But I thought, like, previously, if you had, like, if someone found a roach by your foot, that you were getting life in prison. What's happening, Grom? Happy whatever day we're on, mate. It's Friday. Happy Friday, mate. How you doing? We're playing your nomination, Streets of Rage Master System Graphics. I'm about to die. Oh, Jesus! Wow. Depends on the state you're in. No, it does. I know. I thought that they were going to make it federal. I remember the first time I went to America, on the back of the chair in front of me on the airplane, it said, blah, 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 blah. It is an offense against federal law. And I was like, what the fuck's federal law? What does that even mean? What are they saying to me right now? I didn't understand, and I got a bit scared because I was like, what if I break federal law and I don't know what it is? But I know what it is now. I compared this to the Game Gear version. As far as I can tell, Adam ain't in the Game Gear version. What's your first impressions on this so far? I'm impressed with how close it is, to be honest, Grom. It's obviously different in terms, like, it feels a bit different when you're fighting, and the hitboxes and things. It's not on par, I would say, but it feels close. And I'm impressed with how much they've done. The music's nowhere near as good. It seems harder as well. See, look, when you do that suplex. Oh, no. See? Oh, my God. They can hit stun you. The music is terrible. Look, they hit stun you. They're easy. But it's got this, which they removed from Streets of Rage 2. And I'll never forgive them. Oh, look, the girls are not wearing... They've got their thighs exposed. This is the sexy version, Grom. Look. It's got another thing which you may have noticed. It's got Blaze underwear graphics. I was just saying to the gang, because this is a very serious video game topics that we have to pay attention to. Very serious video game history. You can see her underwear on this version. It's the sexy version, but not only that. Look at this. It gets even worse. Wait there. Not only can you see her underwear, but look, if you look at this sprite here, her hand is out the way of her knickers. So that means, because these sprites have been converted from the Mega Drive version, that means someone at Sega has made the conscious decision and said, let's move her hand so you can see her knickers. That was a decision that got made in the design of this game. That's not an accident. Someone said in the design, let's move her hand so you can see her knickers. Which is, it's, you know, I'm okay with that. Uh-oh. I think I'm about to game over. The combo animation isn't the best. Oh no, there's chicken. Keep looking at that sprite and you're gonna strain your burger pants, you goddamn right. What man who made that decision deserves a medal. I wonder if that was in the original game as well and just got removed at the last minute. Didn't even see him. Sega of America just shit out. You know what though? The enemies' positions seem better and their attacks are faster. Like, they seem harder to avoid. I'm gonna game over here. Is that it? Continue. Yes. Oh, baby. What's going on here? I don't know how I even used that. But I think, you know, that the colouring on the floor of the Mega Drive version of the street in level 1 really, like, oh, here's a boss, was really impressive. Now this one is not as impressive, but it's still good, especially for the Master System. Did he just back attack me then? Wow, that did a lot of damage. No worries, Grom. Fuck me! Okay, so this has suffers the same problem as the Mega Drive version, is that in that when you put it on hard difficulty, it just has the bosses be able to one-shot you. That's not really what my idea of good difficulty. Ever play any of the Golden Axes yet? I've played the first 3 as a kid. Haven't played them since then. I never played it in the arcade. He's got a back attack maneuver. Yeah, they are good games. And that's one of the early beat-em-ups as well. When was that? Was that 89 as well? That was a good year for beat-em-ups, that. Look, I can't see his health. Or is that his health on the right? I can't see his health. Well, this is a joke. Look, he only has... What?! What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, 89 for Golden Axe 1, so that's 89 for Golden Axe, Final Fight, and the Turtles. What a year for beat-em-ups. This is getting ridiculous now. What is this music, by the way? This is just like... This was, Yuzo Koshiro was testing his Streets of Rage 3 chops for this. If you tried the Streets of Rage music on the Master System, you love it. No, this was 93. Irish, 2 years later. Streets of Rage 2 was out on the Mega Drive when this came out. And this version, this only came out in Europe, or at least in PAL regions. That's a bit of an advanced game over screen. So yeah, this never came out in the US or in Japan. There is no NTSC version of this. Alright, so that was Blaze. Let's try Adam. We'll go on hard again because I want to crack that nut. Take that, rest of the world. This epic beat 'em up didn't exist on your system. Okay, Adam's got a slow walk on him. Is it just me as well, or his kick? Is his kick got much less range? Oh, the animations on the combos are not the best. If you just walk into the enemies, you're going to have a bad time. You can't just grab them like you could on the other ones. Oh, the hit stun is very bad. That's his back attack. It's shit. But yeah, you get grabbed in the back a lot more on this version. It seems like Adam throws them further as well. Look at it, he throws them all the way across the screen almost. You might think that sound means like extra life or something. It doesn't. It means, will you move? Does it just loop the same few bits over and over? Oh, I hate that. They punch you once and that's it. You're done. So we can't even get past level 1 yet. One of those Golden Axe arcade titles let you be a centaur. Yeah, I think that's Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder. which never came out on a console. It looks boss, that one. Looks like it's got amazing graphics, but I've never played it. Wow, this pipe's not got range. I should, because we're only on practice, oh, I didn't mean to pick that apple up. I should get the Mega Drive version up as well, and we can compare graphics. You didn't touch me there. If he can just do a flying kick anytime he wants across the screen, what hope have I got? Look at how far my flying kick can travel. A couple of pixels. I think hard difficulty might have been a mistake. Whoa, I've just threw pepper in your face. Have you seen the pepper item on the Master System? It does nothing. Doesn't seem to let you change character on a continue either, which is a bit disappointing. That means we're going to be locked into Blaze for the whole playthrough. But look at this, even on a Master System game, he's got an idle animation. What are you doing? Look, he's got an idle animation. It's only like his fists moving by a pixel, but it's still something. Right, I feel I'm getting a bit more into it. Who was your favourite character, Mark, on Golden Axe? Who did you play as? Golden Axe is that old that when I played that, I didn't even care about Oh Baby graphics. Wasn't interesting to me. Look at all of the colours in the windows. Yeah, same. I used to go the dwarf. His axe moves were sick. Love dwarf. But he wasn't in the look, the cheatery. He wasn't in the Revenge of Death Adder one. That didn't. Oh my god! I can tell this is gonna tilt me. They can just turn on a big, massive flying kick across the screen anytime, and it's got massive range. Meanwhile, I can jump like a few pixels. So yeah, Streets of Rage, it was basically a rip-off of Final Fight, but it did have it bring its own things to the table that Final Fight didn't have, and they did it on a console, which was very impressive. Like, Capcom brought Final Fight to the SNES, but it was one player, it had a character missing, and it was very scaled down, whereas Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive had 2 players. It had amazing music. It wasn't quite as graphically good as the arcade version of Final Fight, but it was more impressive than the SNES version of Final Fight, I would say. They brought in some new attacks, like the back attack, like the vault over them, like that. And also you can foam plod, like this. Should Namagra Golden Axe for the wheel would be a good one. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I haven't played it since I was little, though. Right, we did it. That's what you have to do. You have to phone the police when you get to the boss. Just phone the police. You got new music. That's impressive in itself. Also, I wonder how many levels this game's got. I wonder if you can land the throw on this version. I don't feel like you can. Knights of the Round. I only became aware of Knights of the Round as an adult. This better be an apple. It's not. It's not an apple. Yeah, but oh, the knife goes through them. You rigged twat. Whoa, what's happened here? I think it's glitched. It skipped over the screen. Oh, but the enemies came back. Of course they did. The range on his kick is non-existent. But yeah, Knights of the Round looks like a good game. I have played a little bit of it on that Capcom Arcade Stadium, is it? And apparently it was a SNES game as well. But I only ever played it as an adult. And only a little bit. Just got an extra life, baby. To be fair, this game was quite advanced Streets of Rage for the time. Like, you've got bottles that you smash over people's heads. You know, you're kneeing people in the face. Compared to what Nintendo were putting out, it was clear that... Yeah, I landed the throw there. It's clear that Sega were trying to position themselves as the adult, or more mature gaming system. You had Blaze graphics. It's Capcom. I had it on SNES. Fun stuff. Love that you could just level up. Your sprite would get more armor or cooler looking weapons. Oh, I didn't realise that. Didn't even know you could level up, mates. Can you level up? Ah, I didn't even know you leveled up, mates. Isn't there like a wizard as well who's got like, or like an archer? Is it that one? Oh, where's dickheads? Okay, based on how brutal this game is, I think I'm gonna have a bad time here. Look at this. Flying kicks are notoriously weak moves in games like this. They don't really cause any damage, but they are good at knocking people over, so you've got time to focus on other people. Look at that. I can't dodge those kicks. Are you kidding? I've just realised as well, this is not the song for level 2. This is the song for character select. Oh, I think I haven't played that one then, Mark. I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of King of Dragons. That's the one I've played. I think I have had a little go of Knights of the Round. I was looking at the Mega Drive ROM list as I was looking for Earthworm Jim. It says like every single sportsman at the time got their own game. That was another part of Sega's strategy to appear like more to an older audience. You had games like Streets of Rage, which were more gritty and violent. But then you also had like licensed sports titles. There was a lot of them, as Iris has just pointed out. Every single person who ever done sports had a Mega Drive game. And you know what's mad is it John Madden Football still going, but isn't he dead? How does that work? Does his estate just collect the money? Alright, chicken graphics, that's me. Oh my god, level 2's boss on Streets of Rage 1 is the worst. He's such a cheat. So let's see what he's like on this one. John Madden is dead, but his franchise lives on. Colin McRae died 15... I didn't know that. I never really knew Colin McRae anyway, outside of like the Rally franchise on the PlayStation. Don't really pay attention to racing sports. Don't know, Jeff, did he? And we're off to the rally where there's been a death, but for who, Chris Kamara? I don't know, Jeff. Has there? Oh god, here's Dickhead. This guy on the Mega Drive version is awful to fight because he just does that and you can't dodge it. But yeah, so this music, well, the music of level 2 on the Master System is the music of the character select on the Mega Drive. This is not level 2's proper music. What am I supposed to do here? Look at that! What am I supposed to do? This is obscene. Right, phone the police. It missed! It's okay, it still caused damage. It's even worse than that. Wow, 2 hits as well, and you've lost a life. Oh yeah, I can phone the police again. Cheese it. Yes. Now it should be the beach level now, which on the Mega Drive has one of the best tunes ever. Let's see how the Master System handles it. It is the beach level, but I think this is a Streets of Rage 2 tune. Pretty sure this is a Streets of Rage 2 tune. Where's G-Saurus? He'd be able to tell us. Have you tried shutting up, Nightbot? How to beat that boss? Call the police twice. Yeah, but you can only call the police once per life, so you have to die. You have to take an L. To be fair though, right? Those water graphics are actually a lot better than the Mega Drive version. On the Mega Drive version, it just looks like blue noise, or even like grey-green noise. But on this, it actually looks like water. I'm not sure it looks like it's splashing upwards rather than towards, than away from the screen. But it looks like water. But that's interesting that this is a Streets of Rage 2 song. These are the type of things that I wanted to discover. So we've had so level 2 had the level select music. Level 3 has a Streets of Rage 2 tune. Also the Blue Galcias, who were on level 1 from the beginning on the Mega Drive, now don't appear till level 3. And these guys on the Mega Drive have a blue trim, and now they've got a red trim. Oh, little details like that, I love it. You'd think that noise means an extra life, it doesn't, it means hurry up. But you know that Streets of Rage 2 on the Master System, this game did get a sequel on the Master System. It came out the same year. This came out in January, and the sequel came out in December. So imagine you were a massive Streets of Rage fan. What a year. And I think Streets of Rage 3 might have came out on the Mega Drive that year as well. Interestingly, Streets of Rage 3 didn't get ported to anything. It only exists on the Mega Drive. What the hell, game? know what though? It's not unfun. It is a bit janky, mainly when you're attacking. It's the hitboxes when you attack and the animations when you attack that are the most janky. But it's not terrible. Welcome in, Dixie. Happy Friday, mate. How we doing? Poor kids that year. Mom, I want Streets of Rage 2 for Christmas. We just bought you Streets of Rage. Now eat your meal. You just had Streets of Rage, you cheeky bastard. But Mom. Yeah, I'm good, Tar. It's Friday. I've got a job. And I got shit to do. Yeah, I'm good, Tar. Oh, this was Grom's nomination, but he's at work. Couldn't have even put all his last holiday in for it. Disgraceful. He has been in though to say hi. Like putting a holiday in work. And what's your reason for your holiday? Someone's streaming and I want to watch it. It's my nomination, you see. It's your what? My nomination. It was sequel mode, and I got Streets of Rage 2, but I wasn't allowed Streets of Rage 2 on the Master System, so I had to have Streets of Rage on the Streets of Rage 1 on the Master System. You see, right? And you want a holiday? Yeah, yeah. So you can see some of the animations are not lining up properly, and when you walk on the water, you don't turn into Jesus. Ah, these are rigged. I want to know what other tunes they're going to do now. What other classic Streets of Rage tunes are we going to see? You excited for Cooking Mama, Dixie? Quantum the Cooking Bastard. I managed to get a tablet that I can use touchscreen for. It's a little bit laggy though, so it's not an ideal solution, but it might be better. I think I just got an extra life. Cooking Bastard. I do like Cooking Mama even though I was pure tilted last week. That's my secret. Oh, wow. Wow! Thought I'd done well there. He ran into me and I just grabbed him. Ow. Look, it's the Ultimate Warrior. You can't tell me that's not the Ultimate Warrior because I don't believe you. Whoa! He kills you just by touching you. He doesn't have to punch you. He just has to, like... His pixels just have to overlap with yours. That's the most rigged thing I've ever seen. Why are the bosses on this game so bad? What's that controller? It's a Master System, Sega Master System. So the Sega Mega Drive was like the Sega version of the Super Nintendo. Well, the Master System is the Sega version of the Nintendo, like the normal Nintendo, as I used to call it. Did anyone else call it that? I never said NES when I was a kid. I would say normal Nintendo. That is quite the game over screen, isn't it? They put effort into that. But yeah, so this is the first Master System game that we've had on the channel, which is the Sega system that came out before the Mega Drive. It came out, I think, in 1985. I think they've drawn Blaze's chin a little bit wrong, to be honest. Not nitpicking or nothing. Alright, now let's play as Axel. What time are we on? Loads of time. We'll go on hard one more time. And then we'll go on normal as Blaze. Right, so before we crack on with this one, let's have a quick reminder of what the Mega Drive version looks like in comparison. Where is it? You can't see this. Well, why is it red? What version have I chose here? God help me. Oh, because I'm on Master System. That's why it's hit. It's totally different, isn't it? This is not the same one. What game is this? That's not the right logo. Whatever. Streets of Rage red version. So this is the Mega Drive version. It's got more colours. It came out 2 years earlier. The look of the difference on the street. Listen to the difference with the music. It makes you really, like, when you look at this game, you think to yourself, oh, the graphics are old. But when you compare it to what we've just been looking at, you think, wow, the graphics are amazing, actually. Like, look at that street. Completely different ball game. Look at the size of the sprites. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, lol. We phoned the police, but listen to the music. See, everything's relative. When you're just looking at something shit, if you're looking at something and you're not impressed, just look at something shit first, and then you'll be impressed. This looks like ray tracing in 4K. It literally does. It literally looks like ray tracing in 3D, in 4K. The sprites look huge. We just play one level. Blaze underwear status, none. There is none, look. They took it out. Well, yeah, it was just never there in the first place. See? See that hand that covers her modesty? That is not in the Master System version. They moved their hand. It's a conscious decision because they've obviously ported the sprites. They haven't redrawn them. They've just ported them over. Made some adaptations. Yeah, this version doesn't have Blaze's knickers. The Master System one does. And look, you can, for a kids game, smash bottles over their heads and then stab them with the jagged end. It's a kids game. Nintendo was like, what the fuck? Smash a bottle over their head, then stab them with the jagged end. Beautiful. Look, these guys have got blue trim now. Bottle of refreshing Pepsi, of course, mate. It wouldn't be anything else, would it? We'll do this level, and then we'll go back to Master System graphics. I love doing that. I love the back kick so much that I turn around and make it into a front kick. And then get killed. You whiffed it. Alright, phone and plod. If you just keep hitting me, I'm going to phone plod. There's a cheese that you can do in this game where if you attack one way and then quickly press the other way, you'll hit both ways. I don't do strategies like that because I'm an honest gamer who doesn't cheese. But it is a valid tactic. If you want to cheese, you can just go like this. Just unlock them all. Do you hear that sick music? Drink it in, Sam, because we're going to be playing the Master System version in a second. This is just a comparison. We've been all watching the Master System version, and then you put the Mega Drive version on, and oh my god, it seems like this is, as Irish said, this looks like ray tracing in 4K after you've been looking at the Master System version for a bit. And the Master System version doesn't even look bad. But look at this as well. This is a point worth noting, Sam. I have to tell this to everyone who comes in. So here you can see Blaze's fist, you know, sparing her blushes, shall we say. The Master System version came out 2 years later. They've used the same sprite, but they've moved their hand so that you can see her knickers on the Master System version. It's a conscious decision in the Sega design team. Someone said the sentence, let's move her hand so you can see her knickers. And then the rest of them were like, yeah, good idea. Yeah, I've only had a little experience with the Master System myself, although it sold a lot better in Europe. But it did exist in America, it just sold really badly. Alright, so that was the Mega Drive version. Let's go back to the Master System version, God help us all. Seems like the Master System version is the way to go. Must be, if it's got Blaze Underwear graphics, it must be. Alright, here we go. We're back in the room. This is real life again. $1993. Alright, I'll show you Blaze graphics. Because it's very important. Very important for video game history, that's all. So look, you can see it's the same sprite, but they've moved their hand so you can see her knickers. And also here, in the kick, and the jump. They've just went, just lift their skirt up just a little bit. Just a little bit. That was a design decision that they made. So you've seen the best, most impressive part now. Looks a little shit in comparison, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the knicker shot. As a kid, I would have genuinely been made up with that. I would have been like, "Fwah." I remember the first time I saw Chun-Li and I was like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling something. Look, we have less bits in this port, so let's dedicate 1 bit to the panties. Yeah, there's like trying to pass it off. We didn't have enough horsepower to draw the skirt that big, boss. We didn't have the resources to draw that much skirt on screen at once. We had to make sacrifices. Can you see hair knickers in Japanese version of Streets of Rage 1, like in Streets of Rage 2? Not sure, to be honest. Streets of Panties, let's go. Get in here, walk. Happy Friday. Welcome in. Look at this. It's underwear graphics that are not in the Mega Drive. You ain't never seen underwear graphics looks this good in SD. Hot breakfast. We've already noticed this. It's hottest for breakfast. Hope you like getting blazed. Blaze it. I never even made the connection. Blaze it 420 at the breakfast diner. So yeah, this is the Master System version. If you're from America, you probably don't know what a Master System is. It's the Sega equivalent of the NES. And it sold really well in Europe. Where you can bake at Streets of Blaze. Now that you can finish Streets of Rage 1 to 4, can you rank them now that I've finished 1 to 4? I haven't finished 4 on the channel yet, but I have finished it in my life, so I guess I could. It's difficult though, to be honest. Streets of Rage 4, in some ways, you could say it's the best one, but in some ways, something feels a little bit missing from it. It's hard to pinpoint, because it's got a good battle system. It's got great animation, great graphics. I'll go 2, 4, 1, 3. I think 2 is the best of the first 3. I'm not going to include Streets of Rage 4 in the ranking, but I'll go 2, 3, 1. Didn't you like 3? What didn't you like about it? I thought that in spite of the music being awful, they included some good additions. Like there's more moves, there's the roll, there's the sprint, you can level up your specials. Do you rank the games within their own franchises when you finish the sequel? I rank them within the franchise, and I also rank them objectively in the whole list as well. I find music is a big thing in belt scrollers. I mean, in Streets of Rage, it definitely is a big thing. It's one of the main appeals of the game, is that Yuzo Koshiro really outdid himself with the music. And it didn't feel as much like Streets of Rage without the great music, I'll say that. But, although I do think music is a big important part, it's not be all and end all. I think Streets of Rage 3 plays really well. But yeah, wait till you see the boss. Streets of Rage 1 has this artificial difficulty whereby if a boss hits you once, you lose half your health, and they can hit you dead easy. Also, these women on the Mega Drive version are wearing tights or like some kind of leggings or something, but on this version, their thighs are exposed. Incredible. Incredible thigh graphics. Welcome in, Nomad. Happy Friday, mate. What is MS? Master System. It's like the Sega version of the NES. It's 8-bit console. But yeah, see if this guy, look, I've hardly even damaged him there. But if he touches me in any way, I'll be dead because it takes half my health. Wow, I have to punch him loads and I don't even cause any damage. Yeah, phone the police. Phone the police. This is what the police do in where I'm from as well. That's what the police do. Wow. It took all his health. I've just realised they added a death to the wrong thing. Are there any differences between the versions? So far, there are animation differences. There are hitbox differences. There's a few slight anomalies. The music's different. But other than that, so far, not really. Welcome in, Shorty. Happy Friday, Manine. How are we doing? The police actually helped. Yeah, by killing people. Like, they helped by shooting a blazed, like a fire missile across the street. No questions asked. Phone the police. They'll shoot a rocket for you. But on this, you're a police officer, or you're an ex-police officer on this game. That's the story. So I guess this was in a time when the police were meant to be good. Happy. I wonder if I can do my trick of doing the kick as part of the combo. But yeah, so this tune on the Mega Drive, you get a level 2 music. On the Master System, you get character select music. If you were playing the Mega Drive version, this tune would play on the character select screen. But on the Master System, this is level 2's music. I'm not much of a nerd that things like that interest me. Extra life. No way that he hit me then. Fucking hell. Look how fast he is. Don't know what happened there. So there's some hitbox glitches. You can land a throw. I've mastered it now. I've got the technique. Slide graphics. It wasn't an isometric slide though. I'm sorry about that, Shorty. Although if you look at the floor, look at the way that the flags are laid out on the floor. That's isometric. Shorty's favourite Master System game confirmed. Yeah, almost isometric. Look at the metal bar. The metal bar needs to be on one tile, so it's smaller. Another difference I've noticed is enemies can break out of the grab much easier. On the Mega Drive, if you get an enemy in a grab, you've normally got more than enough time to knee them 3 times. But on this version, a lot of the time they'll break out before then. And they also the enemies seem to grab you from behind a lot more frequently. It's kind of the same, but not quite as good. It's because you can't go shopping, isn't it? It's a good game, but it would be better if you could go shopping. Come on, ref. And baddies don't go barf. That's always a bad thing. So the knife goes through them on this. There's another difference. So you could probably hit multiple people with the same knife. This music is proper repetitive. I can't wait till you play Bayou Billy. It's like this, only a million times worse and harder. Wait there, let me see. Sam, I don't have a nomination ticket for you this month. So, you can submit one. And I'll write it down. But if you don't, then you won't be able to nominate unless you're here at 8 p.m. The Bayou Billy dream of pure AIDS is hanging by a thread. Bayou Billy dream. The dream of Bayou Billy. Okay. For your other slots, do you want me to just copy what you had last time? Your other slots, you've got Streets of Rage 3, which is done now, but you could have the American version if you wanted. And then NES Golf. Okay, I've copied. That is accepted, Sam. Nomination tickets accepted, verified, added to the spreadsheet. It will need to be renewed again in November, unfortunately. What the fuck's Bayou Billy? Think of the most AIDS thing you've ever seen. I have a question. If I nom a Wolverine game, do you need to play all the other X-Men games before? Huh. It depends if Wolverine's in it. Look at this cheating bastard. Wait, didn't we phone the police? Phone the police again. I think this guy's supposed to be like Freddy Krueger, yeah, except he's like almost impossible to hit. I don't know how you hit him. Bit of screen wrap around there. I think I'm supposed to bait him into an attack. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do, I guess. But this is ridiculously hard for level 2. Yeah, Nomad, what I would say there, if the game has Wolverine as a playable character. We did it, gamers! And look at those water graphics. The water graphics are actually better on the Master System. Oh yeah, there's another difference. You can knock down one person into each other when it's not a throw. On the Mega Drive version, you can throw them into each other, but you can't just like punch them into each other when they're falling. But on this one, apparently you can. So there's another difference. Look, the baseball bat has to fit on one tile, so it's smaller. And this music, I'm pretty sure, is from Streets of Rage 2 on the Mega Drive. This tune is not in the Streets of Rage 1 Mega Drive version. This looks like the beach near my house at night. Whoa. California! 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 Here we go! Here we go! Number one OC fan, of course. California. When I first watched that film, The Wizard, you know the one with Mario 3 in it. And I think that's the first ever time I heard of California. And he's banging on the window and he's going, California! And I don't know why, but it sounded like such a magical place to my child brain. Watching this autistic kid banging on the window, shouting the name of a place for no reason. And I was just like, I want to go there. Yeah, that's when I first saw Mario 3 as well. It wasn't the best film, but if you're a game fan, it certainly did. It did its job of getting you hyped. And saw how to get the flute. I know, rigged. Spoilers. No one cared about spoilers back then. Fucking hell. Oops. And that bit with the power glove as well. I'd never seen a power glove in real life. I'll bet your Grom's got one. I think he has. Little did you know, all we have in California is plastic surgery, unaffordable housing, and drought. I mean, I have kind of got that impression now. At least about the plastic surgery thing. What's that one? Selling Sunset. Alice likes to watch Selling Sunset sometimes. And oh my God. They're like, hey, I've got to go shopping, but I'm just going to, go for a little top up of my Botox first. Or like, hey, why don't you come over later? We're having Botox. Sure, I'll be there. Make sure you bring your Botox. That's like Selling Sunset. Oh my God, I feel so drowsy. Haven't had any Botox before breakfast today. Even the fellas are on it. My 2-bedroom place cost over $500,000. Fuck me. Heavy, heavy. Rest in peace. To be fair, it's probably... I'm lucky because I'm in Liverpool. It's getting like that in London. Or it probably already is like that in London. Gotta go get my lip injections touched up before my son's kindergarten graduation this weekend. Oh my God. I can't go to the kid's kindergarten graduation with my lips looking like this. Are you kidding me? You're crazy. All the kids, don't even notice. Actually, the California kids, maybe they do notice. That's terrifying. I like the lip injection look, do you? Like a good Cali boy. I'm not into it, mate. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's your own body, do what you want to it. But what I don't like is the way perfectly normal looking girls who look nice think that they don't look nice and then try and do stuff like that. Like if you want to do something like that to yourself, it's entirely up to you. But if you're conditioned to thinking that you're not good enough and that's why you go for it, then I think that's bad. But me personally, it's not a look I like. Wow. But then, hope it can't just keep rising forever, can it? Surely it's got to crash. Although now that you've bought, mate, I hope it doesn't. But I at the same time, me and Alice want to get on the property ladder next year or the year after. So I hope it does over here. I reckon we'll get on the property ladder. We'll get a mortgage, and then it'll crash after, right, like a second, 52 seconds after we've signed up for the mortgage, it'll crash. Doesn't affect me unless I try to sell. Yeah, I suppose. Say you're still paying your mortgage off. It wouldn't lower your price, would it? That you're paying monthly. Buy a mansion in Texas. Sam in Texas. Ugh! All the girls have got no lips. We made a terrible mistake. Hey, y'all. What do you mean it got no lips? You'd be on the hook for the balance of your loan still. Yeah, yeah. Texas girls have big hair. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Uh-oh, it's the Ultimate Warrior. Oh, the taller the hair, the closer to heaven. I've heard that one before, Walk. I think I've heard that on Below Deck. Below Deck, me and Alice watched as well. And there was a Texan girl on that. And she come up with that phrase. What's our big hairs? Like Marge Simpson? Yeah, basically. Kind of. Right, last time this guy killed us. Let's try and see level 4 this time. Look, he only has to touch me and half me health. Yeah, let's phone the police. They'll pump that shite anywhere. Fucking right they will. If it makes them money. But yeah, you know, I'm not, you know, people can do whatever they want with their bodies. It's their body. But I don't like the idea of people who, you know, look lovely and think that they don't and then go for it. Because it's sad, I think, for girls nowadays, not to sound like a boomer too much, but I think it's getting like this for fellas as well, or it is like this for fellas, but comparing yourself to the impossible images that you see in magazines and on telly, like you can't compare to that because it's not real, but they do compare to themselves to that and they always feel inadequate. It's a sad sign of the times. Like, if you compare yourself to the impossible, of course you're going to come up short. Alright, level 4 graphics. Don't know this tune. I'm going to sell my house and use the money to surgically look like the number 52. Like, just get arms stuck in weird angles, a leg removed, the other leg bent into a curve. I reckon Decky would actually do it as well. Good one, Deck. The lads that spend 24/7 in the gym getting big and having no life or love, nah, fuck that. Get your beer belly out over here. That's what I want to cuddle with at the end of the day. See, a lot of girls are like that, but it's funny because a lot of fellas want the natural look. Like what women think that men want and what men think that women want is not actually what they want. It's what the magazines and the telly makes you think that they want. Most fellas would say, nah, she's got too much makeup on, or her lips are too big, or whatever. But girls think, no, I need to have my lips big so fellas will like me. And it's the same for fellas. I've got to get all, you know, be in the gym 24/7 to look good for the girls. And the girls are like, give me a dad bod. Or, like, I think if you look like you take care of yourself too much, that can be work against you. Also, I'm too lazy to go to the gym, obviously. Can't sell a nose job to people who are content with themselves. Exactly. Exactly, Tor. And welcome in. Happy Friday. Welcome to arcade mode. This is Streets of Rage Master System version. Hey, I spent 24/7 training for a long time, but it was for other reasons than aesthetic. Yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to the gym or even, you know, trying to improve your body or your strength. But it's why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you're trying to... because you're vain? Or because you're obsessed with the false perfectness? Or is it just because you enjoy the exercise and you want to be fitter? Shorty in the gym training his hair. To be fair, that hair didn't happen on its own. It's too beautiful to be natural. Best hair on Twitch confirmed. Is this a Mega... This sounds like Mega Man music. Ugh. What does black pudding taste like? It's quite salty, but it doesn't really have a... Hard to know what to compare it to. Rigged perfect hair graphics. Shorty put easy hacks mode on the hair. In my age range, it's lucky to have hair, period. Good point. I've still got hair. I'm very happy about that because I didn't think I would have at this point, based on my uncles. Apparently, it's not your dad that you inherit baldness from. It's you inherit baldness from your mum's side. So it's not your dad that you want to look for if you're going to go bald. You want to look at your mum's brothers. But I'm doing okay so far. Just about. Yeah, I've got like a slowly receding hairline, and also like it's a little bit thin on the top, but considering I'm nearly 40, I'll take that. I thought I'd be bald by like late 20s, to be honest. Grom's on his last haircut. Is the Master System better, worse than the Mega Drive Genesis version? Worse. Sorry, I'm just sneezing my head off. Yeah, there's nothing, you know, rock the ball. Look, some women love that. Also, look at these epic background graphics for an 8-bit system. So if you don't know, Tor, the Master System is the like Sega equivalent of the NES. It's the 8-bit Sega system. It was big in Europe and other regions, but it wasn't really big in America. Here's another detail of this one. If you unpause it, she stays on whatever sprite she was on for a second. But yeah, what I'll do, what time is it now? I'll show you the Mega Drive version in comparison in a minute. One more time. Oh, I didn't collect that cone. Although this came out in 1993, it came out 2 years after the Sega version, but for an 8-bit system. And there's no parallax in the background either. That's worth noting. It's not parallax at all, but it's still a lot of detail for the graphics. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There's only ever 2 enemies on screen on this version. How did that get me? Oh no. Was that a death? Some say stinging nettle tea can help with the hair because it contains a substance that interferes with some hormone stuff. that's responsible for male balding. There's probably all sorts of sources like that, but then some of it might be true, but you just never know which is true and which is bollocks. So after I finish this level, I'll show you the Mega Drive version in comparison. Now, the Mega Drive version, compared to today graphics, the Mega Drive version doesn't look great, but what's interesting is after you've been looking at this for a little while, and then you look at the Mega Drive version looks like incredible. Watch, you're going to see in a second. You've seen it before and probably thought, yeah, it looks alright. After you've watched this, and then you look at it, you're going to be like, this is sick. This is incredible graphics. I'm telling you. And then we'll do nominations. Ba-da-ba-da. Hair transplants almost never work on women because our hormones hate us. Why? What is it? Estrogen that fucks with it, or is it something else? Ba-da-ba-da-bap. Ba-da-ba-da. Boys, I can tell I pulled just as many chicks in shape as out of shape. Says the guy who's got like a million kids. No, you've got 2, haven't you? Or is it 1? I'm sure it was 2. God, I don't even know. How bad is that? Did you just donate your sperm or something? You must have attracted a female in some way at some point, Shorty. Okay, I pulled 1 chick. He did it! He pulled a chick! Hey! Yeah, it might help a bit. Lots of misinformation or half-truths circulating about all kinds of stuff, especially in the health sector. Absolutely, mate. Doctor told me to never even bother because it'll never take. Heavy. Alright, let's have a look at the Mega Drive version again. Are you ready to have your graphical mind blown? We won't be doing this next week. Next week we'll be sticking to the Master System for the whole stream. So, enjoy what you're about to see. Mega Drive, Streets of Rage graphics. This is going to look like it's on PS5. And listen to the sound as well. PS5 graphics imminent. Oh my god, it's a different world. Look how big the sprites are. Oh, press the wrong button again. I always do that.
Oh, big.
Oh, big. Now, I've played this game so many times as a kid, but right now, this looks like the graphics look really big. The sprites look huge, whereas I always felt like this game's sprites were not that big compared to like Final Fight or Streets of Rage 2. But right now, they look huge. The music's a million times better as well. But you know what? They've got close on the Master System with the technology they had. They've got close. I'll show you a cheese. It's cheese strat. When you punch, if you press the opposite direction, you'll punch both directions in the same frame. Or like, you know, near enough the same frame. So that you can stun lock the enemies on both sides. Little cheese strat. I would never do a cheese strat like that. You can do this. Bird Solutions, welcome in. Happy Friday. Look at those graphics. In a few years from now, games will look like real life. You know what? When I played when I played Tomb Raider 1, I actually said to myself, I can't see how graphics can ever get better than this. And now I look at it and it is a bit shit. But yeah, okay, underwear graphics not in this one. Unfortunately, War. There's no underwear graphics, look. Right there. See, the fist. The fist covers immodesty on this one. So what that means is that when they made the Master System one, which is 2 years later, somebody made a decision in Sega's team. I keep saying this, but I'm going to keep saying it because it's very interesting to me. Someone made a decision on the Master System version. Let's move her hand out the way, because they ported the sprites over, but they've said, let's move her hand out the way so we can see her knickers. Someone's made that decision in the Sega team, and it got signed off on. Love to play Concert Square Simulator. Get it here. Happy Friday, mate. That's an excellent way of describing this. But yet they've actually like they've ported the sprite where her knickers are not showing and moved her fist out the way so you can see her knickers. That's what they did. And you know what? They were trying to appeal to a more adult audience. Okay, you understand? So yeah, this version can have more enemies on screen, and to be fair, this can have a lot of enemies on screen. This was 1991. If you get to the boat level, you wouldn't believe how many enemies there are on screen. There's like 12 or something, and it doesn't slow down either. Or maybe it does a little bit, but there's no flicker. The Mega Drive was a powerhouse at sprites compared to the SNES. You had this on the Genesis, what a game. I had this on the Mega Drive. I'm from Europe. Yeah, look, them girls are wearing leggings now. Their thighs are not exposed, just to stop people having random orgasms. Look, leggings. You can still hit her in the face with a baseball bat, but you can't see her thighs. Yeah, in the UK it was called the Mega Drive, which is the Japanese name, as you probably know. It was called the Genesis in the US, but the Master System, which is the one we were playing before, the Master System sold really well in Europe. It was actually, the Master System in Europe dominated the NES for many years. It was only when the Turtles was released as the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles was released as the pack-in title in 1989 for the NES. And then the NES started to sell well in Europe because the Turtles was the pack-in title. Before then, the Master System was outselling the NES in Europe every year. And it was only until 1989 that the NES started to get a foothold in Europe. I think Uncharted 1 was the last time I was impressed with realistic graphics. The last decade or so, I haven't cared about realism one bit. Give me good artwork. Yeah, there's a big difference, Tor, isn't there, between aesthetics and graphics. I find with a lot of modern games, I don't play many modern games to be fair, but the ones I do play, I find that, you know, the environment might be beautiful, but it's also meaningless. It feels like empty. I don't care about it. I always say back in the day, and I hate to say constantly back in my day, but I do say it because it's true. Like, if you got to a new level and the background was a different color, you'd be blown away. You'd be like, whoa, different color background, this is sick. And now they can spend billions on an environment and I'm not even paying no attention. Like, I don't care. I just run past it. But back then, it'd just be a different color sky. And I'd be like, oh my god, this is real shit. Like when we were playing the NES, we were playing Zelda, and the level was grey instead of green or blue. And I'm like, whoa, this is heavy now. Grey level, shit's going down. And you just don't get that effect nowadays, and yet they spend way more time on it. Played this a lot with my boyfriend, this and Golden Axe. Mark was mentioning Golden Axe earlier. Well, we're going to be nominating it in we're going to be having nominations in 9 minutes, so you can nominate whatever games you like, within reason. But Golden Axe is another good one. But yeah, look, she smashes the bottle, and then she stabs them with the jagged edge of the bottle. Games aren't for kids. The environments of games look a lot better. I'm not saying they don't, and it is lovely to see. But a lot of the time, it feels like meaningless. Like it's nice to look at, and then and then you're like, okay, I've seen it now, and then you don't look at it again. Whereas I used to feel like the environments, all the details in the environment. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a boomer, or maybe I'm just a negative Nancy. So it's normal nominations. Walk. I think I've got a. Have I got a ticket for you? I might not have actually. No, I don't have a ticket for you this month, Walk. Your one expired in September. I am a boomer, yes. I mean, I don't deny it. I mean, I'm technically not. I think my mum and dad are boomers. But... Which Animaniac should I nominate this month? The same Animaniacs she always nominates. The one on the snares. If I walk across some grey office building in real life, I don't care about it no matter how realistic it looks. I mean, pixel art has its own charm, doesn't it? You played Streets of Rage 4, played it recently, it fucking slaps. Yeah, I love Streets of Rage 4. It is a brilliant game, yeah. They did really well with that. But it's retro styled, innit? But just done better. I'm super excited for the Dead Space remake because it looks so crisp and pretty. But I'll be too stressed from jump scares to pay much attention at the time of playing. I've not got anything against good graphics, but I find a lot of the time nowadays they put so much effort into the background and you're not really noticing it. Like you're just going past it because you've got your mini map nowadays as well in the corner. You've got your mini map, so you don't need to pay attention to your location. Back before mini maps, we had to observe our surroundings as a way of being able to find our way. We had to look for landmarks, little bits where the graphics were different. That would be your way of finding your way. Nowadays, you've got your mini map. It doesn't really matter what the environment looks like because you're not looking at it. According to Google, boomers were born between 46 to 64. Yeah, my mum and dad are boomer. When I say I'm a boomer, I'm not really a boomer. It's just what you say now. It's become synonymous with old man shouts at cloud. Like that's what boomer means nowadays. It doesn't even mean boomer anymore. Makes no aesthetic or practical difference. I agree with that, although there are exceptions to that rule, obviously, and maybe Dead Space is one of them. But yeah, I find that generally the environments in games now you don't really care. They're inconsequential. According to Google, oh no, I've read that lot. Yeah, you can't be a boomer if you were born in 1912 like yourself. Oof! They got me. Do you know what though? Compared to the Master System version, this looks like Streets of Rage 2. Don't even get me on those friggin' clouds. We'll be boomers together, Fuchsia. At least we know what's up, mate. Ow. I love doing that kick. Any game where you've got a kick graphics, I love it. Love to eat a whole roast ham out of a bin. Didn't know what you were on about then. Okay, here's dickhead. Freddy Krueger. This boss is a dickhead, like it's official. You have to phone plod. I normally would hesitate to phone plod, but you'd have to with this dickhead. Fuck me. Yes. Oh, baby. Okay, so that's what you're supposed to do with him. You've got to come at him without, like, him having any room. So you've got to, like, stay on his vertical line. That's the strategy. If you're to the side of him, he's going to get you. Have it, you twat! Good graphics engine is like a set of brushes and colours. It doesn't mean that the result will be fascinating or beautiful. Yep, exactly. The difference between graphics and aesthetics. Now watch this drive. Listen to this tune and look at the water graphics on this one. The water graphics on the Master System were better. Look, look. Be honest. The Master System did the water better, be honest. The rest of it, the Mega Drive does better. Like, look, the background's parallax now. The background's parallax scrolling. And the tune, what a tune this is. But the water, I think, was done better on the Master System. Even rain graphics. Have you heard of the game Cho Aniki? I have not heard of that game, no. Super Saiyan Wolverine. I can appreciate game aesthetics when comparing to their own era. No. Excited to see how you handle the girl bosses later on. They were the most difficult for me. Unfortunately, Bird Solutions, I have already completed this. We're just showcasing this at the moment because we were playing the Master System version earlier and I wanted to just showcase how much better the Mega Drive version looks in comparison. So we're going to be stopping in like 1 minute to do nominations. So on this channel we have the computer decides what we're going to play, and we have to play the series in order, and we've completed Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3. You wanted the new game, suck on these. Fuck off, kidding. Lamau got him. That's what I'm waiting for. Suck on these. Suck on them. Games today can suffer a bit from lack of imagination. Everything runs on the same engines and no dev cares. And I also think, Shorty, it's partly because there's so much power to the systems nowadays. Like, I think the limitations of the systems and the lack of power push them to try and be more creative. I knew that's what you were going to say, kid. I knew it. Like, back in the day, they'd have such limited memory. They had to be really creative in how they fitted things in. Nowadays, you fucking download a new desktop wallpaper for your game, and it's like 20 gig. Like, there's just no craft to it no more, it seems like. They're all cowboys, if you ask me. Cowboys who haven't slept for 3 months because they're doing crunch. Alright, anyway. So that was Streets of Rage 1. Congratulations, Streets of Rage 1, you exist. It's nomination time, and I didn't even have the timer running. Brilliant, brilliant. It's nomination time. So next week, I've got to play Master System Streets of Rage 1, and I've got to complete it by the end of the stream. Otherwise, we lose a heart. That's next week. Next Friday. Well, no, that's not next week, actually, because I'm on holiday. It's the week after. When it comes to underwear, do you wear Bills or Bobs? Actually, don't know what Bobs are there, kid. But yeah, always wore Bills, me. You've got to wear Bills, haven't you? All right, it's nomination time. Let's go. You weirdo. I wear my own. Okay, you got me there. You got me there. Oof. He's on form. You got me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's nominated. Oh, last minute nom. Cho Aniki. If not, then Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Animaniacs. Okay. Wait there. Wait there. Cho Aniki. Animaniacs. Animaniacs. What is Moonwanker? Cho Aniki. Wait! Everyone calm down. Kidder, are you really going to nominate Coronation Street? You can't have the same one because we've already completed that. You'll have to have a different one. Cup, you missed Blaze underwear graphics, mate. The Master System version of Blaze shows her knickers. Yep, millionaire. Yeah, okay, so I'll have to look into what that game is, Walk, and if it's eligible. But if not, then yeah, I'll take Moonwalker. Why is it on the list then? Where is it on the list? Okay, so tier 2, 25. So yeah, so that's the Coronation Street. I hate the fact that I'm going to say this, but that's the Coronation Street series. So we've moved Coronation Street into tier 2 now. We've completed the first one. It's moved on to tier 2. So apparently there is more than one Coronation Street game, unfortunately. So you can have the next Coronation Street game, whatever it is, but you can't have the one we've already done. So I take it that's what you want, is it, you horrible bastard? Coronation Street kidder. Irritating stick. Are any of these games good? House of the Dead. What? Ignore that. So this is new game nominations, yeah, games that we haven't yet completed. Disclaimer, no one is entirely sure if the other Coronation Street game even exists, and even if it does, it just might be a trivia game. Now, you don't have to apologize, mate. The rules are overly complicated, and no one can keep track of them. Except me, because I've got such a big brain. Bad Ben has a swear button. Its biggest redeeming feature. But yeah, what Fuchsia says could be true, but we'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it. Unfortunately. Have I missed anyone's nomination? We haven't randomized it yet, Shorty, so it might not be there in a minute. If you're in chat, you are entitled to nominate a game. The only rules are beatable in 4 hours and must not jump ahead in a series. So it's not based on... It's based on how long to beat, not speed runs. It doesn't have to be in my first attempt. How long to beat is propaganda, by the way. It's all lies on there. Yep, as Cups just said, how long to beat is pure propaganda, but you can use it as a guide. Speedruns. Yeah, that how long to beat is submitted to by people who know the game inside out. It doesn't get submitted. People are like, yeah, it was a blind playthrough. It took me half an hour. No, it never. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to everyone else to make yourself feel good. It's pathetic. But that's what how long to beat is populated by those people. So unfortunately, it's not legit. I nominate Spelunky Classic. Did it come out before the newer ones, Fuchsia? What is Spelunky Classic? What's the difference? I'm interested to see how fast you can beat Renegade. Okay. Spelunky. There's Spelunky Classic, Spelunky HD, and Spelunky 2. Okay. It's the original freeware version of Spelunky. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, sure. It was my first time on this platform. Exactly. That's what they're like. Horrible bastards. But Cup didn't say welcome in, mate. Happy Friday. Oh, did I? Happy Friday, mate, if I didn't say it. If there's someone in chat now I didn't say happy Friday to, happy Friday. if you're in chat right now, you can make a nomination. The only rule is the two green rules in green. They're the only rules. People find those two rules so complicated and they can't follow them. I think they're quite simple, but so it's a test really of how big is your brain. Whoa, big. We've got 2 hearts as well because we beat the Turtles last week and we beat Zelda last week. Or this week, sorry. So every time on a Friday we have to beat whatever the game is by the end of the stream. If we don't beat it, we lose a heart. If we lose all of our hearts, we end up in what's called the dungeon, which is where we can only play games that we've previously failed. Games previously failed are in the list on the right. When we're stuck in the dungeon, we can only play those games that we've already failed. No game ever goes away on this channel. Once it gets nominated, we either complete it or it lingers until we complete it forever. We never just to say with a game, no, it's too hard, I'm not doing it. We don't say that. You should nom Sega Rally Q, should I, Irish? Yeah. I played Renegade for the first time this summer. Not going to say how it went just yet. What? I find that the main plus extra category on how long to beat is roughly what it takes a blind player to beat the main game. Yeah, we'll just use it as a rough guide tour. We don't have to be exact here. We're just estimating. So it doesn't have to be scientifically. It's just the reason I put that 4-hour mark in is so that people don't nominate games that like take 20 hours or something. Like, you know, that's what to aim for. It doesn't have to be accurate to the second. Have you already played Axelay? No, I have not. Is it the first in its series? Getting over it is getting closer and closer to the top. We haven't randomized yet, don't worry. Plan to nom Spelunky Classic for the Wheel of Struggle next season. Want to use Q as a test bed to fine-tune the rules. Well, I don't mind that because then if it does come round, I'll at least be familiar. I wonder how different... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh God, oh great, what a horrible fate. Somehow still subbed after a billion months straight. Q is still gaming, though it must be draining, when every single week the rules need explaining. Chat's complaining, never enough hearts remaining.
But somehow Q just keeps on entertaining.
Yes.
He even beat Zelda, a game he holds dear. Now the schedule's clear, it's time for Metal Gear.
Yes.
And Hitman 2, finally something new. Just thank the CPU it's not Fallout 2.
Yes, brilliant, Jay. Brilliant. Amazing. Thank you so much for that epic poem. Did you see, by the way, did you see when it was the bit that Jay was being nice about the channel, Scarlett changed her voice? She couldn't bring herself to say anything nice about me, so she passed it to a fella or a boyfriend. When it was the bit, how does Q keep being entertaining? She couldn't bring herself to say that, so she let someone else say it. That was rigged. But Jay, thanks so much for your incredible support, mate. I really, really mean it. Really appreciate it. Thanks, pal. And what another excellent poem for us to add to the list. Can I nominate Axelay? It's the first and only in the series. Yes, you can. If I can write. There you go. It's on the board. Welcome in, Bob. You're here just in time for Frades. Oh, baby. Jay the channel bard. It's true. And what a bard he is. We couldn't ask for better. We couldn't. Hi, Steve. Spelunky Classic almost feels like an arcade or NES version compared to Spelunky HD. I don't know what Spelunky is. I've heard of it, but in before Young Street, DDoSes the stream for that. Deek. Okay, have I missed anyone else's nomination? Oh, Rez. Okay. There we go. What am I going to nominate? I haven't decided yet. I get to nominate. You goddamn right to do. You're very welcome, Tor. We do this every Friday. Every Friday we have what's called arcade mode. What you saw of Zelda, that was called campaign mode, which is where we play the longer games. But the shorter games we play every Friday, and we nominate each Friday for the next week. I've put Rez, you friggin' plant pot. God damn it. You are not too late to nom, Meatons. Get in here. What do I want to nominate? You'll regret that, Q. Should have lied. Oh, Solstice? No, that's okay. Solstice, I'll take that all day. There we go. Meathands has got Solstice. Oh, yeah, it is better to download from the App Store, if that's what they're calling it these days, than the devs directly. Cup, that's true, because you want to integrate with the ecosystem of the dependencies of the operating system. It is Alien, but on Linux it's the best way, unless it's like a Flatpak, which is self-contained, sandboxed. Is it possible to win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Will it be like Coronation Street, where its audience participates, or just cute? The good question. It's probably not possible for me to win, is it? Yeah, good question. Maybe yous can be the audience, or ask a friend, or I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Anyway, I hope it doesn't win. All right, what do I want to nominate, and then we'll go. If there's anyone else who... I don't even know what sauce is, just nommed it because Grom nommed it. Well, Meathands, you've been made a fool of there, because this is the one time in the history of the world that Grom did not nominate Pure AIDS for the lulz. Grom nominated actually a game that he likes and thinks is good for once. So... beatable in 10 minutes if Q activates AI brain. What, like, is there a pattern to it? Grom doesn't do nice noms except for this week, for once. What do I want to nominate? I think I'm just going to nominate Supergirls and Ghosts. There we go. Hang on. Wait there a sec. Grom nommed Mario 3. Oh, yeah, true. That happened as well. Just know everything that's ever happened. Oh, easy. Yeah, yeah. No worries. You should have lied. You should have lied. Gromination. Okay. Is there anyone else in chat who wants to get a nomination in? If not, I will randomize the list and then we will draw. If you want to get your nomination in, you've got like 10 seconds to do it. There's a finite amount of questions, so you technically could game the system.
2,
Pheasants.
1, go!
Okay, nominations are locked in. Thanks, Ohu Labs Prime Labs, Ohu Labs, Labsenson. Let's randomize the shit out of this list. Okay, I've randomized it. Here's what we got. Wait there. There's what we've got. Didn't mean that, lol.
I wish it wouldn't insert its own formatting every time. Yeah, Cup, I didn't have a clue what you're on about. I think yous maybe have. Yous have contracted super brain aids. That's all I can think. What is extra calorie? Do I even want to know? Should I not ask? Okay, let's see. This is it, gamers. It's draw time. Are you ready? Are you excited? Wait there. Wait there. How many games is there? 19?
3, 2,
Ah!
1,
Ah!
go!
Ah!
Well, at least Slinky's going to be happy. I guess that's the nomination. Sunset over Emdal. It's okay. That's what it is. That should pacify Slinky anyway, because he was kicking off. Bah, his nomination ticket not getting saved properly. Is this the sex game? It's not the sex game, thank God. Praise Yevon. This is actually not a troll game. Anything can be a sex game. All right, so test nominations. Test nomination number 1, just to prove that it's not rigged. Test nomination number 1. It was nearly number 8, Irritating Stick from Dixie. No! No! Test nomination number 2. It was nearly House of the Dead from Nomad. No! Ah! Test nomination number 3. It was nearly number 14, which was Supergirl's a Ghost from Quant. No! Fucking rigged, you bastard! Test nomination number 4. Solstice from Meat Hands. Oh my God. So Nightbot picked the bottom number and the top number. There's just no limits to this riggery. Test nomination number 5. Zombies Ain't My Neighbors from Bob. Pure riggery. So there it is. There's the test nominations. Absolute riggery. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks very much for taking part in nominations. I really appreciate it. Thanks for partaking and all of that. This channel wouldn't be half as AIDS as it is without you guys. What is the sex game called? Just out of curiosity, it's called How Do You Do It? And it's not quite a sex game. It's more like a child sex education game. Meat Hands, which is why I've refused to play it. But Grom did play it. Goodbye forever, Square. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. Hopefully we will see you again. That was nominations. I hope it was exciting for you. It was exciting for me, even though it's cursed. I'm going to go now for a little 10 minutes. Q, if you ran 5 randomizers to give noms a number and then run a 5-number randomizer, then no one could call it rigged. But I run a randomizer anyway, and it still gets called rigged. Like, there's a 2-factor randomization, 3-factor randomization, Shorty. The first factor is that I don't choose the games, you guys do. So that's the first factor of randomization. Second factor is that I use randomize.org, which has very advanced randomization techniques to order the list. And then the third factor, Nightbot picks a random number from that list. It's 3 factors of random, and I still get accused of riggery every fucking week. You can't explain that. You just can't explain that. If I did do what you're telling me, Shorty, people would still be like, rigged, it's fucking rigged. Those are words when you put into a sentence, sounds like it would get you put on a list. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to go for 10 quick minutes. Get a cup of tea, have a leg stretch. When I come back, it's Cooking Mama graphics. And we've got to try and complete Cooking Mama, whatever that means in this case, by midnight. We've got until midnight to beat Cooking Mama. Otherwise, we lose a heart. And we're one step closer to the dungeon and all of those failed games. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, Mama fixed it. I hope she does fix it. Will 10 minutes be enough time to have a massive turd? Oh, God, I hope so. That's why the quantum time factor comes in, Meat Hands. If you randomize it the right number of times, it becomes unrandomized and therefore rigged. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Square, yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter what I do, does it? It just doesn't matter. All right, anyway, thanks for taking part in noms there, guys. I'll be back in 10. Just play only the games I nominate. Then it won't be rigged. What do you reckon, guys? If I played just the games that Mark nominated, would it not be rigged? I'll let you discuss that. I'll be back.
Hello. I am back. Slinky, get back in here. It won, Slinky. It did it. It did it. Google AI listened to the stream and rigged the random numbers to maximize trolling. Google AI getting involved now as well. Fucking Google. Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you very much, Slinky, for your very generous support. Really appreciate it, mate. Welcome in, Bang Mate. Bang Mate, let's go. It's cooking time. It's cooking time. All right, give me a sec, guys. I've got a little bit of setup to do here. First things first. Uh-oh. I'll do that one for you, Irish. Scarlett doesn't get out of bed for less than 69 bits, unfortunately. So I'll do. There you go. There you go, mate. Thank you very much for the bits, mate. Yeah, she won't get out of bed for less than 69 bits, unfortunately. It's cocking time. It's cocking time. All right, wait there. So, Mama. Mama. Didn't mean to make you fry. Okay, time. Done. Deaths. Oh my god, there are deaths in Cooking Mama. Beep. Done. Category. Done. Is Nigella Lawson in this? Oh, baby. Unfortunately not. Deaths will be fails, right? Correct. $40 deaths to cut and veg. Oh, yeah, we're going to do a bet in a minute as well about whether I'm going to complete it. If you bet believe, you are an absolute mad lad or girl. Nigella knows what she's doing. Yeah, unlike Quantum, that absolute moron. What else? What else? So let's get the tablet on the go. Can't believe this. Cooking Mama, I know, mate. Well, welcome in, Andy. Happy Friday, mate. I don't choose the games, unfortunately. I just have to play whatever gets nominated. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Technical problem already. We already got technical problem. Love technical problem. Right, it's not detecting anything. Detect you can't. I was curious how the tablet would work with the game plus stream. Yeah, it was working the other day. it just detected it right away. Now it's just like, nah, mate, don't know what you mean. Maybe because, okay, wait there, wait there. I think I know what I've done different. Wait there. Can't see. No, it still can't see it. Oh, why? Why did it work the other day then? Like, if it was not gonna work, then why work? Do you know what I mean? That's the part that's confusing. Why work if you're not gonna work? At least if it didn't work the other day, I would have knew it doesn't work, and then I wouldn't have bothered with it. But now, like, oh, honest to God, you just can't make this shit up. Is asking you to update your OS. No, it worked. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why work if you're not gonna work? The other day it worked, so I thought, okay, it works. A reasonable assumption given that it worked, but it actually doesn't work, so I don't know why it worked. How could it have worked if it doesn't work? You can't explain that. Right, let me try this. Not gonna work. Bread goes in, toast comes out. You can't explain that. No, but why? Why? Ah, I was so excited for this. How did it work last time? Fucking joke. You ain't never seen joke looks this jokey. I can't believe this is happening. Why did it pretend that it works the other day? Have you tried turning it off and back on again? I mean, I can't turn the PC off and back on again without the stream dying. I could turn the tablet off and on again. I've already closed the program. I've tried that. And opened it again. Schedule's wrong. I don't understand. Let me try something else. Discover yourself. No, we'll still play Cooking-Mama. We'll just use the mouse instead. But we could have used the tablet, but it doesn't work. But it should work because it worked. And you can't explain that. So maybe it only works once every 12,000. Oh, okay. I think I know why, lol. God, I'm stupid. Yes, we're in.